Everyone, so my topic is the culture here and the cultural identity. A culture here is a specific sum of group who change the world through invention or discovery. Although the main culture heroes help with the creation of the world, most culture heroes are important because their effect on the world after creation. A typical culture hero made by credited as discover fire, agriculture, songs, tradition, law, or religion. And it's usually the most important figure, the people, sometimes the founder or um, ruling the empire. In many Native American beliefs that the quiet spirit told fire the gods, and it's more trickster than a culture here. Natives from the South United States typically saw Arabic Turkey or culture here, and specific Northwest often feature of the raping this rule. In some stories, Raven steals fire from the uncle beaver and eventually gives it to humans. The Western African Tristor spiral annals also disseminated. Our identity is the identity of belonging to a group. It's a part of the person's self-conception and person perception, and it's related to the nationality, ethnicity, religion, social class, generation, locality, or any kind of social group. It has own distinct culture. In this way, culture identity is the best characteristic individual, but also the culture identical group of members sharing the same culture identity or upbringing. Cultural identity is a subset of communication theory of identity that establishes four frames of the identity that allows us to view how to build identity. This frame is including the person frame of communication, relationship, and communal frame. The communal frame refers to the culture constraints or the sense of the right the people live by. Therefore, the culture and ethnic identity become central to the person's identity, how they see themselves and how they see related to the world. Members of the culture can feel include the society. In the majority of those who abstract or are intolerant of the culture practice, as happened in the Maori language, the culture sought much more New Zealand's history. Culture can also play a part of promoting social being in the further ways. A strong national culture or identity and trained artistic individuals can be a source of economy and material standards for living. That's all. Thank you for your attention and goodbye.
As an efficient might tell you, breeding bears a slow and complex process, but as a master breeder battles to craft the perfect leader, certain organizations struggle to fundamentally change their identities and cultures. So, what happens when after 150 years in business, a Danish beer company decided to make major change? Well, as you will find out in this paper, it's not easy as simple putting a pin over a 5-year period research, started a transformational journey with the Classberg Group of the world leading brews and distribution. What they found is that in the ways previously unappropriate corporate identity is significantly related to organizational culture, a relationship that can affect organizational change. Of course, many managers think that making broad-based change in their organizational starts with reshaping culture. But in too many cases, they fail to consider how the culture actually supports the change they desire, and when supportive culture elements are not present, particular as they related to identity change may show to a house of you ever measured as a complex relationship between identity and culture. Then pull up a chair because this trip to the brew is one of you won't want to miss.